Good evening, everybody. We're back here at Jeanna Parisien's place for the final day of Heavenly Pines part in this Pay It Forward program. Now, when we started this 23 days ago, the intention was to pay it forward to a very deserving woman who was judged solely by the actions of her heart and everything that she's done for the Parisien community. We figured it was time that it was about time to give back to her. So what we had done was we did a huge fundraising campaign in order to redo the floors. And that is what we have done. We've done the floors. They look absolutely amazing. I'm going to be doing this in my own house as well. But when we were doing the floors, we actually came across quite a few other issues that we didn't realize were actual issues. For example, in this room here, this is where we found that the original window, there was nothing supporting it underneath there. If you remember from previous videos, the siding seemed to be screwed into Tyvek only with no exterior wall. We now know what caused it, and we also fixed it. This was done above and beyond the floors, and this was actually done all from the community's help. So as of today, we're going to be turning over the project to the volunteers that have graciously helped us with this project. There's a couple of thank yous that we would like to say from Heavenly Pines, first of all. First to Farrell at Laboratory Lumber. He was the very first business to jump on board with our Pay It Forward program and has been so supportive all the way through. Oliver at the rental house in Steinbach. We needed some tools that we didn't have access to, and he, without any explanation whatsoever, loaned us the tools so that we could get these jobs done. Now, for the community itself, I wanted to say some very special thank yous. First to Ed and Linda Clausen, who were the very first ones to answer our call for help. Now, Ed and Linda in our community, you see them at every event as well. They're very community-minded, they are beautiful, wonderful people, and they have helped so much in this project. For Archie and Liz Chabot, who had gone to Laboratory Lumber to actually purchase specific supplies that were needed to fix the walls and the exterior of the house itself. Archie and Liz, thank you so much for your generous contribution. Cameron Peters and family. We wanted to say a special thank you to you guys because you guys have been our biggest supporters throughout this entire campaign, and we look forward to partnering up to see what else that we can accomplish in our communities. Finally, I actually wanted to say a personal thank you to Jeanna's friend Rose Holm. She's been here almost daily, working tirelessly to help Jeanna get her house to rights, and she's getting in there with the saws that she's never run before, and she's staining, and she's painting, and I'm really, really impressed and very proud to have her to be a part of this community. Finally, of course, we would like to say a special thank you to Chris Melmack. Without him, we could not have gotten this build done properly. We would never have found these issues, and thankfully, we got everything fixed up here. So Chris, thank you so much from all of us. And then, of course, a little thank you to my youngest daughter, Taylor, who has been here helping out with the build as well. It's been a really great experience for all of us to be a part of.
And making hot chocolate for everybody.
And making hot chocolate for everybody. So now I'd like you all to see Jeanna. This is Jeanna, everybody.
Yes, nerve-wracking.
Today is her birthday, so happy birthday to Jeanna.
Thank you.
Now, when we say that you were chosen by the attributes of your heart, do you know what I mean by that?
I'm clueless. I'm sorry. I'm just flabbergasted. If anyone needs my help with anything, I'm more than willing to help them, and I try very hard to keep community spirit alive. And sometimes I feel like I'm failing, but in the end, it's all worth it. And when you just hear a thank you from people at the end of the day, then you know it was all worth it.
Absolutely. So when we started this project, I was kind of going back and forth between just fundraising and giving you the money directly to help with whatever, or doing something like this. Now, we chose to do it this way because I know for a fact that if I would have came here with money for you,
what the heck am I going to do with it?
That money would have ended up going into something for the community or for somebody else who needed it, and I can guarantee that. So with us putting the money into the build, how do you think that benefits you in the future?
I have a safe home to live in. I was just flabbergasted to get the floors done. I was like, wait, like I'm finally getting my floors fixed, and I've been actually looking at new flooring over the past couple of years and just never thought it would happen. And in pulling up all the old floors and getting that ready for Heavenly Pines to come in, we opened up a can of worms, I should say, and found many things wrong, some structurally, most very repairable before damage got too bad. And I was not expecting to get that fixed, but they went above and beyond. Chris went above and beyond and said, no, I'm not stopping here. I'm going to pull it back to where it doesn't need to be fixed and then start working it back together. And in event, I ended up with windows that actually fell out of the house when we were trying to fix the walls. And my mom and dad donated 2 windows so that I can have bedroom windows. And without them, I wouldn't have the windows I have right now. I don't know what I would have, maybe just plywood.
I'm sure we would have thought of something.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're actively seeking our next recipient for the Pay It Forward program. And I realize that your story is tough to share with people, but we would like for you to nominate a loved one or just contact us to share your story. But just so you know now, when we come into each of the communities, the volunteers in that community are essential in making this program work properly. So now that Heavenly Pines has finished with the floors, we are turning it over to the locals in the community. Amanda Martins is an interior designer. You will be meeting her shortly. I get an interview with her right away. And then there are a few of us from the community that are going to ensure that the rest of the build gets finished in time. So do you have any advice for maybe future Pay It Forward recipients?
Your actions speak louder than words, and don't expect to just have someone come in here or come into your home and just do it. You have to put your heart and soul into it too. It's your home. I was prepared to do a lot or do anything. The amount of sweat equity that we put in, I was given my tasks at the end of the day saying, okay, get this ready for tomorrow. And that's what I did. With the help of my friends and family, it's like, okay, what do you have to get ready for tomorrow? And we all pitched in and everybody got it done, and then it was ready. So anybody that volunteered to come and fix things or install something, it was ready for them. You have to do your part too. You can't just
Expect that it's getting done.
expect that it's going to get done. You have to work for it too. And that's part of your Pay It Forward too. And I look forward to working on future projects because that's me, that's what I do.
Yep.
So.
Did you have anything else that you'd like to say to everybody before we end our interview?
Well, I'm glad you rattled off the list of
thank yous.
thank yous because I'm speechless, and to everyone that has helped me, I've tried to hug everyone when I see them, and I literally have. And
She's great hugs.
And I don't know, I know there's a couple more people left that need hugs, but it's, it sounds stupid, doesn't it? I'm gonna chase you down and hug you.
That's how we get paid, in hugs.
And I truly speechless when it comes to speaking from my heart, because I'm going to turn into a blubber bubble.
I love it.
And I'm starting already. So thank you everybody. I love you all, and I hope to continue to serve the community that I live in and love.
Jeanna, thank you so much for letting us share your story and for letting us share your home with everybody out there. This has been the experience of a lifetime, and we are hoping to do this for the next Jeanna out there. So find our contact information for the Pay It Forward program and start sending us your stories, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.